As night fell, you witnessed 3 girls being besieged by several hooligans. With the flame of justice burning in your heart, you resolutely stepped forward and fought off the hooligans by yourself. However, in this heroic battle, you unfortunately died. What is chilling is that the 3 girls told the police that they were just passing by and had nothing to do with the incident. The hooligans turned the tables and falsely accused you of provoking them first. The special police hastily concluded that the hooligans were over-defending and even prepared to destroy your body to cover up the truth. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. Let's get back to this story. In the soul state, you witnessed all this and were furious. At this moment, a mysterious system, the system of punishing evildoers and eliminating evil, awakened. This system tells you that as long as you eliminate a bad guy, you can be reborn once. If you can accumulate 1 million standbys, you will also get the ultimate reward that you can't refuse. The system prompt sounded. The host is about to return to his dead body. Please make use of the last 15 seconds of light and heat of this body. Before you have time to think, your soul instantly returns to the corpse on the ground. In just 1 second, you feel an infinite power filling your body. You grab the glass fragments on the ground and pounce on the gangster leader Wang Jing. Wang Jing didn't react at all. His face was full of confusion and fear. He couldn't believe why the man who was beaten to a bloody pulp by him suddenly resurrected. "You are Wang Jing, right?" you said coldly, ruthlessly stabbing the glass shard into his neck. "Big brother, right?" Before you finished speaking, Wang Jing had already fallen in a pool of blood, eyes full of disbelief. At this time, the people around finally reacted, and the 3 girls screamed, "It's a dead body!" The 2 special agents nervously pulled out their guns, and Wang Jing's men were so scared that their legs went weak and they knelt on the ground. You didn't stop, and quickly rushed towards the 2 men. 10 seconds passed, and the special agent finally shouted, "Stop! Otherwise we will shoot! You are deliberately killing someone, and you should be sentenced to death." You turned a deaf ear and continued to stab the younger brother. He raised his hand in panic, but only got a cut on his face. Just as he was about to stab again, the last 5 seconds passed, and you fell to the ground like a corpse. The scene was chaotic and the doctor looked dazed. You turn back into a soul again and yell, "Unhappy! Just a few seconds!" At this time, the system voice sounds, "Host, don't worry. You have successfully eliminated a villain and obtained a standby order." You find that a miniature of X1's appearance appears in the upper right corner. "But I'm dead and I'm alive again, is that reasonable?" The system responded, "Talkative host, I'll arrange a reasonable place for you." Before the voice fell, you felt dizzy, and when you opened your eyes again, you found yourself in a low-rent apartment. Waiting for medical treatment, X1 became X0. The setting emerged in your mind, name Liao Kai-feng, gender male, age 20. You are an orphan, grew up in Chongming Welfare House, diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 16, escaped from the mental hospital at the age of 19, and hid here. "Okay, let's do this. Orphans and mental illness, let's see who can stop me." You nodded and said to yourself. At this time, the system's mechanical voice sounded again. "Host, please note that Hu Tuqin, the 3 sisters of the KTV princess, and Wang Jing are heading to the Tianan District Special Event Management Bureau. They are currently at Xiqing Road. Please choose a disposal method." Interesting, there are character introductions. West City Road, isn't it getting close to here? You looked around and caught a glimpse of a dump truck, grinning grimly. "Haha, isn't this a coincidence? Let's send them to another world to keep each other company." On Xiqing Road at night, Hu Tuqin was with 3 KTV princesses, followed by his colleagues and Wang Jing's younger brother. The atmosphere in the car was tense. Tonight's mission left Hu Tuqin puzzled as to how you were resurrected. An old saying flashed through his mind. "There is a god above your head." The 3 KTV princesses were filled with resentment. "What were you doing earlier? You had to wait until you died before crawling up to scare people." Wang Jing's younger brothers also panicked. "Wang Jing is dead, what should we do?" Just then, a dump truck suddenly appears behind them, its engine roaring to life. As they wait at the traffic light, you step on the gas and crash into the 2 cars in front of you. Bang! Bang! With 2 loud noises, the dump truck smashed into the 2 cars and pushed them against the wall. The accident was settled, and you got 7 standby points and a justice point. With blood all over your face, you kicked open the deformed car door and walked out. Looking at these two piles of scrap metal, Hu Tichin and his accomplices ended their sinful lives. Fortunately, Xiaonan was not completely dead yet, with half of his body trapped outside the car, and he was still breathing. You staggered over. When Xiaonan saw you, his eyes were filled with the desire to survive. "Save me!" You sneered. "Didn't you say it had nothing to do with you? Am I just asking for death by showing off my bravery?" Xiaonan was shocked. "It's you! The ghost is back for revenge. I was wrong. Save me!" He temporarily regained some strength under the stimulation of adrenaline, and you shook your head without mercy. "You didn't make any mistakes, you just knew you were going to die. After your great revenge, you squat down and communicate with the system." "System, what does that justice point mean?" The system replied. "Justice points are rewards for every successful action. When they accumulate to 100 points, there will be a surprise." You stand up and prepare to leave, but a crowd of people has gathered around you, talking among themselves, and someone has called the police. "This guy driving the dump truck is crazy. If you crash like this, you'll probably be sentenced to death." You walk to the edge of the crowd and want to leave. A caring citizen stops you and says, "You can't leave. This is a hit and run." You suddenly feel a blinding light, look up, and see that person standing on the moral high ground, condemning you. You see the shadows of those gangsters in him. "Get lost! What do you know? Why didn't anyone stand up when I was being beaten to death?" The messenger of justice was a little hesitant and afraid at first, but when he looked back and saw so many people supporting him and heard the encouragement from passers-by. "Good job, be more energetic and don't lose points." He completely strengthened his confidence, walked forward with his head held high, shouting, "Beast!" and tried to control you and hand you over to the special forces. You had no intention of attacking this messenger of justice, but he attacked and cursed, and you were so angry that you slapped him in the face. With a smack, he was knocked off his pedestal by you. The reality made the messenger of justice cover his face, looking at you who looked ferocious, and he no longer had the aura before, and became timid. Why are you hitting people? This is not right." Seeing that you really dared to take action, passers-by stopped instigating you, and some even quickly pulled him aside and said, "Forget it, don't provoke him. He has killed so many people now. He has gone crazy, be careful, he might kill you too." So everyone can only watch you leave in fear, and no one will stop you. They appear to be righteous, but in fact they are paper tigers that will break at the slightest touch.